I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Culture is the sum of all the forms of art, of love, and of thought, which in the course of centuries have enabled man to be less enslaved. Andre Malraux.
Defined by Merriam-Webster, the noun culture means the beliefs, customs, arts, etc. of a particular society, group, or place.
Out of 196 countries, each has at least 10 to 20 different cultures.
Culture is what drives many civilizations. Culture plays a prominent role in many families.
WCHS's Cultural Fair will be representing China, India, Thailand, Kenya, America, Mexico, Sweden, Italy, Japan, and many other countries and their cultures.
The Cultural Fair is a family event with free food and a chance to immerse our community in the multiple cultures that make up our society.
WCHS's 2014 Cultural Fair will be this evening, Friday, April 18th, starting at 6 p.m. Come out and support our community's diverse family of cultures for games, dancing, and food.
Good afternoon, Warriors. I'm Caitlin.
I'm Dylan.
And I'm Sam, and this is your Friday, April 18th feature edition of Warrior TV News.
On today's broadcast, we'll catch a glimpse of the Warrior softball team.
Then we'll step on the fairway to take a look at this year's boys golf team.
Next, we'll gain some knowledge on the new dual credit U.S. history class.
And then we'll hear some tunes from the jazz band as they prepare to perform at the prestigious Lincoln Center in New York City.
All this and more on today's feature edition of Warrior TV News.
The Warrior softball team season has just begun. Warrior TV slides into home plate to get a closer look. Landry Long, Lexi Miller, and Bailey Davis catch the action with the Lady Warriors.
The Lady Warrior softball season is off to a great start. Their first game, they were victorious over their county rivals, Center Grove. Warrior TV News went to the players to hear their experiences and their expectations for the rest of the season.
I think this season we're going to do really well. We've gotten really close as a team, and we worked really hard in the off season.
We've gotten a lot closer over this past off-season. We've worked really hard, and we're just hoping it pays off.
I'm hoping to be a great leader for my fellow teammates and to be more successful in this coming year and hopefully to make history like we already have been.
My best pitch is probably my rise ball. It's definitely my 0-2 pitch. I want to improve this season on keeping the ball down whenever I'm high in the count.
Since we've had a really good start off to our season, we would really like for people to come out and support us because in the past years, no one comes and supports a softball team. So that'd be really awesome.
After we went to the members of the Lady Warrior softball team to get their insight on the 2014 season,
Warrior TV News took the time to talk to some coaches to see what they expect.
The expectations for the year are to win a lot of games. We should be competitive in all games. We got a great start with playing Center Grove. In the 18-year history of our program, we had never beaten them. Came out and beat them 3-0. Played well, outplayed them in every phase of the game, out-hit, outfielded, out-pitched them. It was a great step for our program because it's something that we've never done before. The kids were very excited, and I think it's going to give us a lot of confidence as we go on into the season for our kids to meet our expectations.
As the Lady Warrior softball team is off to a great start for the beginning of their season, they're hoping to add some more wins to their already 2-1 record. From inside the studio with Lexi Miller and Bailey Davis, I'm Landry Long, Warrior TV News.
Lady Warriors on 3, 1, 2, 3, Lady Warriors!
So this is the cafeteria. This is where we're going to have the dinner for the culture fair.
Oh my god, there's going to be so many cultures there, like Italian and Kenyan, and girl, it is going to be fantastic.
There's like so many different cultures. Like we're just gonna have a bunch of cultured food here, and there's gonna be like 2 dance performances.
They are gonna be getting jiggy with it up in this cafeteria.
It's gonna be fabulous. So there's gonna be so many booths lined up out here.
Like so many.
So many cultures.
I mean, it's gonna be crazy.
They said there's Italy, there's Kenya. So you have to come to the culture fair. It's gonna be so exciting. Oh, but wait, we forgot something. Let's go to the LGI. So we're like outside the LGI room.
And there's some serious craft making gonna happen here tonight.
I mean, maraca making. Oh, that's awesome.
This year's boys golf season is already in full swing. Warrior TV tees off to get a feel for how things are progressing. Jacob Stidham and Macy Perry hit the links to get insight into the Warrior boys golf team.
Their court, field, or track might not be right outside WCHS, but that doesn't mean they don't work as hard as everyone else. We go in depth to see how hard the boys golf team really does work.
My goals for this upcoming season are to try not to 3-putt on any hole and just do my best every time that I'm out there.
My goals for the upcoming season would include myself shooting around in the 30s, which I've never done, so it's a pretty good goal for myself.
My individual goals for this year are just to really work on my short game.
And improve is just my scores. I had a lot of big numbers last year, and another one of my goals is to not have extreme numbers on holes because those really add up.
Now that we found out their individual goals, we go and find out their team goals.
I expect from my team their best. If I put out my best, I want them to try too. So,
have a winning record throughout the season against our matches, and also winning record against our opponents on our Saturday tournaments.
Goals for this year is just for everyone to go out there and try.
Now that Warrior TV got to talk to some of our players, we got an inside look on our athletic director's opinion about our new head coach.
This year our new coach is Mr. J.J. Burns. He's a graduate of Franklin College. He's working on his guidance license right now.
I like the new coach. Coach J.J. was our assistant coach last year. He knows a lot about golf. He really helps us out. He's really responsible. He always lets us know what's going on, stuff like that.
Does a great job, and we really think he's going to be able to take our program to the next level.
As most can see, the WCHS golfers work just as hard as every other sport. Come out and support the Warriors tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. at Jennings County. In front of the trophy case, I'm Jacob, here with Macy, Warrior TV News.
Remember, Warriors, prom is next Saturday at the Scottish Rite Cathedral at 7:30 p.m. Stay classy.
There's a new class coming to Whiteland Community High School. Warrior TV got a closer look into the dual credit U.S. history class. Kayla Surface and Ashley Hammer give us more information on WCHS's newest dual credit opportunity.
Many students here at WCHS are unaware about the new dual credit U.S. history class being offered here at WCHS next school year. Warrior TV asked Mr. Wood and Ms. Fritz about what this new class is and what it has to offer.
Dual credit U.S. history is going to be a new class that we offer next year that provides students an opportunity to get college credit through Indiana State, but it's not going to have an AP requirement.
It's always been in the AP class, so the only way you could get dual credit is if you took the AP class as well. So what we're looking at now is basically having a third option for U.S. history.
We wanted to figure out a way to provide more opportunities for students in the social studies department to do some dual credit courses, and we're actually looking at adding a couple more here for next year.
Well, we were looking at if ISU requires students have a 2.5 GPA or higher, we have lots of students that have that GPA and meet that requirement, but not all of them sign up for AP US History. So it was a way to just offer more students the opportunity of getting dual credit.
Now that WCHS has a better understanding of the U.S. history dual credit being offered, Warrior TV asks why students should take the class and how it will benefit them for the future.
It's a great alternative to taking the AP class. You still can get college credit, which is good at any Indiana State public school, which the AP exam does as well, but you don't have to take that AP exam.
U.S. history is already required to graduate. You know it's going to be a class on your schedule. Just consider for a little bit extra work And there is a cost to it. It's $75 each semester, but you could finish junior year with 6 college credits. Those credits are from Indiana State, but we know that they transfer to any other public university. We know that for sure. Many of the private schools will accept them as well. So $75 each semester, $150 for the year. That's a huge savings over what 6 college credits would usually cost.
It's an honors-weighted class, so you can still get some weight to your diploma versus just taking the traditional regular U.S. history.
Anybody that has a 2.5 GPA or higher, that's willing to do the extra work that comes along with a dual credit class. Anybody that meets that GPA requirement can sign up. All they need to do is see their counselor or even just leave us a note that says, hey, I want to add that dual credit U.S. history class.
As WCHS can now see, the new U.S. History dual credit class is very beneficial to students here at WCHS. If you have any questions about this class, see Mr. Wood in L106 or Mrs. Fritz in the guidance office. From outside of the guidance office, I'm Kayla with Ashley, Warrior TV News.
On May 4th at 7 a.m., buses will be departing for Kings Island. Tickets include bus fare, lunch, and a snack. Again, that's Sunday, May 4th.
Get your jazz hands ready, Warriors. The Jazz Band is finishing the year off with a once-in-a-lifetime trip to Lincoln Center in New York City. Abby Peavy and Jessica Horde take us through the journey of the WCHS Jazz Band's unprecedented opportunity.
In a few weeks, Whiteland's Jazz Band will travel to New York City and play in Lincoln Center as they are finalists in the Essentially Ellington competition.
Warrior TV News talks to Peter Sampson, Whiteland's band director, about what the Essentially Ellington program is all about.
Essentially Ellington is a program through the Jazz at Lincoln Center in New York. Their goal really is to just make sure jazz stays alive.
Only 15 bands in the entire country are chosen to be a part of Essentially Ellington, so it's very hard to get in.
What we did was we made a recording of 3 different Duke Ellington pieces of music in which we then sent off, and then it was reviewed by 2 jazz professionals. These 2 jazz educators listened and made comments and scored our tapes. And then they came together in New York to review the top people, and then they came up with the 15 finalists, and we were selected.
Well, we're the first in the state to do this in over like 20 years.
Well, I told the students in the very beginning that this was for the experience of the music. There are so many terrific programs across the country that we just wanted to take part, get great comments, and play this great music.
It was a really incredible feeling to know that we were good enough to make it into the competition.
It was just kind of a surreal feeling to know that you're in that kind of upper echelon.
When Whiteland's Jazz Band travels to New York City in May, they will be immersed in jazz music and surrounded by talented jazz performers. Musicians from Whiteland's Jazz Band give Warrior TV further insight into what they will be doing while in New York City.
We are going to get clinics from the professional musicians from the Lincoln Center Jazz Orchestra.
And learn as much as possible from all the professionals.
We arrive on Wednesday, May 7th, and we're going to do a little bit of sightseeing and see a musical that evening. When we get to Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, it is basically all jazz all day long. And then it all finishes up with a big concert with the Jazz Lincoln Center, along with the 3 top groups from the competition.
Well, to be on a national stage like that, it's a pretty big deal, not just for the jazz band, but for the school.
The Essentially Ellington competition is pretty much considered to be the premier jazz competition in the country. And so to have this opportunity for the students to be able to go, not only perform there, but to learn, to have these one-on-one experiences with just some of the best jazz musicians anywhere.
The stage at Lincoln Center is sort of on a bucket list for jazz musicians to play there. And we get to do it at such a young age.
This is one of those things that you just hope for, you know, and I'm blessed with talented kids that work really, really hard. This is, as I said, I'm going to have just as much fun, if not more fun than the kids. This is going to be a tremendous experience.
Jazz music has a long-standing history ranging back to the 1800s. Whiteland Jazz Band become further educated in the genre that helped shape modern American music when they travel to the Big Apple next month to compete in the Essentially Ellington competition. From the Ensemble Room, I'm Abby Peavy with Jessica Horde, Warrior TV News.
But first, let me take a selfie. Selfie. Let me take a selfie.
I say right? Yeah. I did it. Look at me being hip.
Remember, seniors, you can hashtag WTV Senior Video 14 on any pictures on your Instagram. Pictures due May 2nd, interviews due May 9th.
Class of 2014, don't forget, if you want to submit content to the senior video, please see your senior representative. Pictures are due by Friday, May 2nd, and interviews are due by Friday, May 9th.
And that's all we have for you on today's feature edition of Warrior TV News. Until next time,
have a good one.